Okay, we're live. All right, what's going on, everybody? On Twitter and YouTube, we're back live this afternoon, and we are here to talk about Netflix and upcoming tech earnings. Great day on the market until Netflix happened. So here today, I got Jay, I got my buddy Anthony, Zeus, Rob. Who else? That's it, right? Okay, so we got the crew on today. Feel free to comment on the YouTube stream or the Twitter link or the Twitter stream if you got any questions. But let's just go ahead and hop into it. So, reactions from Netflix earnings. Go ahead, you guys.
Oh, geez. So first thing I would say, I was going to say, I don't know who wants to talk, but wow. I'm shocked. I'm a little mad at myself that I myself was not in that move, and I just did not fit well into my schedule today with where I had my money, and that stunk because it seems like it's going to be one of the big wins for everybody in retail for this earnings period, because that set the tone going into earnings, didn't it? I feel so much more negative overall compared to after, before the earnings came out. Yeah. It changed the entire feel for tech heading forward. I feel like we watched a lot of big companies pull back. Even Tesla pulled back on that news, even though it's sort of completely unrelated. But you really start to wonder chip shortage, supply chain crisis, everything that's going on in this world right now. You start to wonder, when is it going to start to affect tech and FANG? And I think we're there finally. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, definitely. How about you, Anthony? I know you got some puts.
Yeah, so I straddled Netflix, trying to find a direction, but I'm glad I was in the position that I'm in. But yeah, I mean, just going exactly what Jay was saying, like this right here just set the tone for the rest of the tech earnings coming up. And honestly, we got Tesla coming tomorrow, and Tesla is one of those crazy stocks where you don't really know where it's going to go, but I think this right here is sort of going to set the tone for a lot of retail traders going forward, especially tomorrow. Especially it's going to affect the flow. I think we're going to see a lot more bearish flow than tomorrow. So
yeah. I mean, just kind of give you everybody insight. So right now, Netflix is trading at 258. So this is going back. So we're gapping down pretty hard on Netflix tomorrow morning. So we're basically trading at October 2019 levels here. If the market doesn't turn around tomorrow, then yeah, there's this little support here. Let's say if it loses 253 or about 253, you're looking at a support down here at 232, and that rightfully so, that coincides with this gap that still needs to get filled all the way down to 227, 228. Good Lord. Now the question is, how long do you want to hold these puts?
Wow. Yeah, it really is. The other question I think is, when do you buy that dead cat bounce and ride it back up against some calls? Because you know that people are going to be eyeing that. It's going to reverse violently whenever it does. I'm not quite sure where that's going to be.
Oh, for sure. I think there will be a bounce at the bell. I think retail will try to chew this one up, but so far, the conference call that they just had wasn't all that successful. Obviously, you could tell by the price we're back at 258 under 260. I still think, okay, depending on how futures do tonight, we'll see if it gaps down a little bit more tomorrow. I would love it for it to gap down a little bit more. Given that, going back on Q, I mentioned on the video earlier, when Netflix reported earnings on January 20th, when they gapped down from 500 down to 300, or what is it, 300 something, or high 300s. Let me, if I can get my chart here. I know that, let's see if I could just pull that as a reference here. So back to January 20th, the Q was already in a downtrend, and January 20th, and the Netflix earnings did not help. So then the very next day, Q went from 359 and closed near at the lows of the day about 350. All right. And then the very next day, the Q bottomed out at 334 before the bounce here. Okay. So that's kind of what I'm looking at tomorrow. I mean, obviously, like Jay said, right, it sets the tone for tomorrow. Q giving up nearly half the gains it got today. Yeah. Up 7.5 points on the Q. Now we're back down to 343.10 in the after hours and still going a little bit lower here.
Crazy. You know, and then I start to think what might be exciting for the next couple earnings that come out here. I'm trying to pull up my own article from earlier, and just, you know, I wanted to see when some of the other tech earnings were. Does anyone in here like a particular name? Like, it's going to be tougher than it has been the last couple of years picking a winner here. Does anyone feel any confident about any certain companies coming up?
Not really, man.
Yeah, I don't have a high degree of confidence in any of this because, you know, we've talked about this several times in our group chat, but like, just get pissed continuously being on the right side of predicting like how a company will do, and then, you know, buying a call or, you know, several calls or whatever the case may be, or buying puts, and it just goes the other way. So I know like a lot of us have like stayed out of playing earnings just because like it is so incredibly hard to predict with the volatility in the market right now. Like Tesla, for instance, you know, they a month ago, like released the amount of vehicles that they, from the production line, you know, that they delivered. That gives us a pretty good indication of what Tesla's earnings should be tomorrow when they release the numbers. But I still wouldn't feel comfortable buying calls off of that. So, you know, you guys know I bought Tesla puts at, you know, 30 cents for 700 expiring next week. So I'm fully expecting, you know, another sell-off. It was a 10-point drop today with Netflix, you know.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I'm here for it. You know,
some fun to be had on the put side.
Yeah, you know, I know Dev's not on to defend himself. He's our permable. But for me, like, making money is bullish. I don't really care if it's to the upside or the downside. You know, I know a lot of people think it might be unethical to buy puts and short companies, but hey,
too bad.
It's allowed. It's allowed.
Yeah.
You know, learn how to do it, and then maybe you won't feel so bad.
Yeah. I feel so bad for Dev, man. I mean, every time we're like, die Q in the chat rooms, like he comes in and defends the tech world. You know?
Oh, dude, he's not happy on chat right now.
We still love him though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But you know, you look like, hey, Microsoft gaps down, Q lost 4 punts, Spy lost maybe 5. You know, Apple, you know, gap down. So like Netflix affected absolutely everything. Tech wise, and you know, I think Unusual Whales tweeted it, but like $40 billion was lost in like 30 minutes on Netflix today, like cumulatively.
Really?
That is insane.
Yeah, look at that Tesla shot, man. I think you're right with those puts.
Yeah, dude. You know.
Yeah, that's what I usually do with Tesla too. I usually go like a few weeks out. I played 750s in January. It was pretty nice. Played 750s in March. It was nice. So I might be looking at 750 800s a couple weeks out again. You know, like you said, Netflix, even though they drove that down, it also drove Disney down. I was in the chat room. I think I said I went ahead and bought that dip on Disney too, because Disney's not just a streaming company. They're, you know, a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Got rumors there that they might even be looking at securing the NFL package from DirecTV. So I went ahead and bought that Disney dip on the Netflix, hoping for that bounce. So
yeah, I did too. So I saw you send that, and I was like, ooh, like Disney wasn't even on my radar at that moment. But yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that discount. Like, Disney doesn't need streaming. Disney's got parks. Disney's got cruises. Disney has merchandise, like all of that. Like, streaming is sort of like
ABC, ESPN,
passive income for Disney. Like, yeah.
You know,
they'll be fine.
The thing is, you know, with I'm looking at Disney chart, but I want to talk about Tesla, and that is, see, this is kind of interesting play right here with Disney, the way that it's shaping up. I mean, you got to have obviously really bullish news for it to come out of this descending triangle here. But to Tesla, my thinking is for the puts is that any good news for Tesla is nearly out, right? I mean, we know that. So Giga Austin is it Austin, right? But it's online, and they're going to build the Cybertruck next year or the year after. Shanghai's up and running as of today, despite the COVID lockdown. And also, the thing is, when they report their earnings as expected or in line, Tesla has that tendency to drop the next day, and pretty violently too. So this was the last earnings back on January 26th here. And you can see on Tesla, it opened at the close of the previous day, went from 933 to 829. That's 100 point plus drop, and it closed at the low. There wasn't any there was hardly any bounces that day. So if history repeats once itself again, so we're at 1028. Let's say it pumps back up to like 1130s tomorrow. You buy let's say a 900 put. That thing's gonna print if it repeats itself again, especially in this volatile market where things get sold off so quickly. So if it's 1033, then you're looking at this volume gap here. There's a shelf here at 900. And that would be support if it tanks tomorrow, or if it tanks, let's say Thursday. So I would be. I can't play calls. I am not finding myself bullish with Tesla tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hey, I just want to let you guys know. Cam and Bio just joined us. They were backstage, and we didn't see their message, so they were here the whole time.
Yeah. To add to what you said, I think Unusual Whales said that. The short sellers on Netflix made about 600 million in a couple of minutes after hours.
I bet.
Good for them, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to reverse what I did today, huh? So I'm gonna have to play puts tomorrow for Tesla. Is that what you're telling me?
I think so.
Am I gonna lose again?
No, just don't paper hand them.
Man, I had 270 puts for Netflix.
Oh, those will be so green right now.
Yeah.
They are in the money, baby.
Greener than my moves today, that's for sure.
It's okay. I only gave back a third of my profits today.
Hey, well, you know what? I was going to say to you guys, we keep talking about how we don't really like any particular companies for earnings right now, like off the cuff. But, we should talk about some of these squeeze names that we've been hitting on and talking about. Maybe look at Ader's chart, Brock. I don't know. It might be a good idea.
Sure. Yeah.
A lot of people are freaking out today.
Yeah, you won.
Hey, I got. While you're doing that, I got one comment on earnings, but it's for next quarter, and Rock's gonna hate this. Lululemon, baby.
Go ahead.
Lululemon. Your boy will be buying calls.
Oh yeah.
Lulu actually is pretty bullish.
Huh?
Lulu is pretty bullish.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous.
Are they doing
Rock like Die Lulu, but
Are they doing share buyback,
good, huh?
or did I?
Oh, we're talking about Lulu?
Yeah, we just skipped around a little bit.
I hate Lulu.
Yeah, before we got into the short squeeze, I'm just saying
they got men's
for next round,
now.
I will be on call.
Oh man, I can't. My daughter, my 20-year-old daughter, wore Lululemon pants to dinner the other day.
Bro, I'm wearing them right now. You know what? I'm standing on my chair. Look at
I
this.
told her to
baby.
change. Do not wear. I mean, it's not just the fact that it's freaking tight, all right, but it's like, come on. I hate the stock.
Whoa. I got semi-breaking news here by an interesting tweet. Michael Berry just tweeted from what was the name of that movie?
Oh yeah,
Michael Berry,
The Big Short.
The Big Short.
Yeah.
He just tweeted, the competition came from Netflix, just like competition is coming for Tesla.
Oh,
hey, Cam, what was I saying earlier today about that in chat?
Did you guys hear what BMW CEO said today? He said, said that Tesla's time is over, or to that effect. That their unique selling point at one time was on the money or whatever it is, and now it's that time is over for Tesla. That's what he said.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, Ford and GM are going to be able to produce in 1 year as many EVs as Tesla has produced ever. When they get their, like, and I get it, like, yeah, Tesla's a cult name. Like, people will, follow Elon Musk to the gates of hell, it seems. But man, Ford and GM have a lot of loyalists too. And those cars, the barrier for entry price-wise is going to be a lot lower.
Yeah.
So, it sounds stupid, but I actually see a lot of, like, I don't know if it's bots or something, but like for whatever reason, my TikTok algorithm, I see a bunch of Ford Lightning videos. I don't know if it's because I look at stocks or something, but I don't know. But hey, maybe I just don't buy Tesla being unseated as the king anytime soon. I just I think they're so further ahead than everybody else. But that's just wanted to say that. Yeah, on the long side, don't get me wrong. I'm saying puts now, but on the long side, I love Tesla.
Yeah, I
agree.
I damn near bought one this weekend.
Ooh.
My wife talked me out of it.
I was gonna say that wasn't much of a hot take.
Bigger
for me
play
anyway,
than just EVs, though. Now.
Yeah, for sure, batteries, etc. But so we got totally far off from Materian, and
let's go to Ader.
Ader. I don't know what I mean. What? Why are people panicking?
I don't know. Unrealistic expectations, I would say. I mean,
because it's not happening quickly.
It's not happening fast enough. That's
some squeezes happen over a span of weeks, not a day.
Yeah, it's because there's a big fight going on. I mean, they keep borrowing more, so
yeah, and that's exactly what you want though in the short squeeze.
Right,
you want
you got to double down every time.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, I mean, in my opinion, I mean, from a daily perspective, I mean, look what happened during the time before the big squeeze back in December 2020. That was fun. I mean, this stock went from $6 to $50. Now, of course, that was the height of the bull market and, retail trading and all of that. But I mean, even from a 1 hour perspective, I don't think we're doing terrible. I mean, there's always going to be that chance that, of course, the shorts are just going to keep rubbing it in and bring this below 540, lower fives to try to scare everybody off. But as long as it just kind of retains this particular channel, I think we should be fine. For tomorrow, yeah, I mean, there's a good chance that shorts will come back and try to bring this down to the fives. But this is generally where shorts will start taking profit as well, because they know that this is where, after the dip into this area, generally you get the buyers and the volume starts popping in again. Take a look at the volume profile. Yeah, looks like right about here is where you have a lot of volume support too as well. So not bad. I mean, it's not a bad chart, but I mean,
I love it.
Sure, take profit at every spike, or at least loss in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't be a dummy and just kind of wait everything out. I actually didn't sell it. I didn't sell anything today, actually, because I'm so convicted that this is going a lot higher. Of course, watching that profit kind of fizzle away during the day wasn't fun, but it actually closed back near 6, which is what I wanted to see. So
if I would have told you that before the day started, you would have taken it.
Well, the thing I have problems with is people getting upset that no one's telling them to take profit, but I feel like you have to make your own decisions on that. If you feel like if it's good enough for you, take some profit, keep some, or go back in later, and that's
personal responsibility, baby.
Right. Yeah. That can't be taught. I'm looking at the Ortex data, and it looks like the cost of borrow is now up to 127%.
Wow.
So it was at 109% yesterday, I believe.
Wow.
And they're still borrowing. They returned 3.2 million shares, and they borrowed 3.14. So the short interest actually went from 40.77 to 40.8. So it went up a little bit, but they did go down from previously at Previously at 41. So they're covering.
Utilization still at 100%?
Utilization is at 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, utilization.
That's the story right there.
20% or 100%. Sorry.
Yeah, 100%. Yep.
Is this Mr. 5 million shares short that you're bringing?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, the thing when he tweeted this morning regarding Ader, I think it fired up the Bulls. I mean, when he said this in the morning, I saw this tweet. I'm not gonna give it. I mean, I respect him. He's a short, whatever. It's all good. No hate here. But I mean, he tweeted out 50-cent price target, and in Chinese, this basically means, is this the best retail can do? Kind of a slap at Bull's face. And then I think about 20 minutes after that tweet, it jumped to $7.
Yeah.
So that was funny. But now he's talking more crap. A couple hours ago, he said, Ader, the beginning of that Wall Street bets and Reddit, you have failed, blah, 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 blah. The investment will not end for you.
I didn't even know Wall Street bets.
Why is he tweeting that in Chinese? Like,
I don't know. But it's weird how he's touting his short position. Stop loss $10, stop loss $15. Boy, this guy's getting popular.
Something's up there. I'm not going to say what I think it is, but something's up. I don't know.
Crazy. Cam, what's up with what's the end of the day flows, man, that you're seeing?
I mean, I like AMD got a lot of bullish flow towards the end.
Yeah, that was
AMD?
good. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that's what I'll be looking at.
It's like 105, and I saw 105, 110 calls, like around that range.
Yeah, they got a lot of attention on CNBC today too. For whatever reason, there was a lot of analysts coming on and talking about AMD.
It's so beat up.
Yeah, I mean it's 96 now, which is crazy low.
Did y'all see this morning Joe Kernan and Sorkin? They had
that was hilarious. Oh my God. They're going to smack each other.
I thought I was surprised.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about they had a woman on that tried to crack a joke at Joe Kernan's expense about his age. And he immediately was like, hey, where are you right now? Are you in your parents' basement? Why don't you holler up and say hello to him for us? Dude, I about fell out of my chair, man.
That's awesome.
By the way, it looks like on Ortex today, there was a buy signal for Ader. It says it's a short squeeze type 3.
Ooh.
Recommended holding days 12 days. Mean return 55.89%.
Oh my God. Hold on, I'm looking this up right now. Type 3 squeeze.
Type 3 squeeze is what AMC.
Type 3 squeeze.
I'm looking it up right now.
That was when AMC ran.
Oh my God. Oh my God. This is awesome.
All right, Jay, calm down.
It's the highest. It's the highest squeeze rating you could have.
Yep.
Absolutely awesome. I did not
What
know
was
that.
sport back in the day?
I didn't know there was a squeeze rating.
Let me share this. Hold on. I don't know if it's going to share the right screen here.
Yeah, Ortex is one of the front runners for like short squeeze scores, and the 3 rating is the highest.
Well, wasn't AMC? Did someone say AMC was a type 3 as well?
Yeah.
AMC and GME, and even SPRT at the time too.
Oh boy.
Here, let me see.
Oh boy.
Why is it only doing that screen? I got to move this over there. Hold on.
We got to move some more money over into that fund there.
Shorts are
all right, here.
Low technical rating, high short density, short ratio, 1.5 days to cover, more than 1.5.
If you let me share the screen, I can show you what I see here on Ortex.
Perfect.
Let me stop screen. Go ahead.
It should be showing.
Let me see. Let me see if I can. You got to click share screen.
I got it. Yeah, I got it.
That's a
you guys see it?
There we go.
All right. Yeah. So this is what I really see here is. So this is what it's telling me. So today it hit all 3: type 1, type 2, and all the way up to type 3. So if it's saying if you hold up to 3 days, you can get an average 30% more out of it, and if you hold up to additional 12 days, you can potentially get about 55% more.
Let's go.
So that's what the indicator is saying, and then if you look at the shorts data, here's where you can see that the short interest is 40.8,
41ish.
But they covered. Okay, they covered a little bit today. Yesterday was 1%. Today they covered a little bit. They bought more.
Wow.
It explains why it ran over $7 though.
Yeah. So they're getting tight. They're getting tight. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I think it's exciting. A good probability. I like this a lot because you can actually look at. There's actually shorts. You can look at the short section, and you can look at short changes for all the stocks. Canoe is on there. Canoe is about 93.898% short score, so that's pretty good. Free float is 34%, but this kind of gives us a lot of. We can look at everything if we want any updates. So like I always ask, like if anyone wants any updates, I can look into it and post it in the flow.
Perfect segue here, Rock.
Yeah.
If we can go over to U1, look at U1, see what's up with that one.
All right, I'm gonna stop sharing this.
And then we can talk about that stock a little bit.
I love U1. Okay, so U1 up again today. I mean, it's got low volume right now. So the thing is it's just moving just on almost no volume. I get it. I'm okay with that. So we're up slightly from the but I mean, it's just a beautiful cup developing here, and we have a gap to fill at least to let's say $9.77 at this point, and it's not showing any weakness. I don't know about the short interest on U1, but I doubt they want to be shorting this right now.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the most classic cup and handle cup and handle pattern that you can possibly get. Now, what are we expecting from the Juneteenth? Is obviously this is kind of running up towards that. It generally starts to run in towards the beginning of May or first 2 weeks of May. Last year it went from, I mean, goodness gracious, $4 to $23-25 in a matter of 2 weeks. So this is, I mean, this looks pretty damn good. I'm just gonna hold it.
Yeah. I was doing some research on it earlier when I dropped that article, and I just saw it was one of the top trending small cap stocks today, according to a couple different websites. Just to give people who are listening an idea, Urban One is the largest African American owned media company and the first black owned casino in the United States. So they also own a bunch of radio stations and media and cable television, broadcasting, digital. So just for a background, but yeah, that's a little bit about the company.
Cool.
Yeah, what ran it up before November was that the Richmond, Virginia casino, solely owned by U1, was going to be named. The residents there voted it down, hence the drop. But they're drafting as of I think end of January they were drafting a resolution for that particular casino to be maybe put on May or even November again for that casino to be put back on the ballot. And try to bring that casino, that U1 casino, I think resort. It's going to be a casino plus resort to the city.
Yep.
Cool.
The other shorts, the short squeeze type 2 is CEI.
Oh, no kidding.
That was today.
No, thank you.
It says this signal has triggered twice over this period in the last year, and it's been 100% successful.
Wow.
Did it fill a gap today? Oh my goodness, it did.
Oh yeah, it does.
I'm gonna have to look into getting Vortex, but if you have it, I don't need to.
But the one for Ader, it says the signal has triggered 6 times over this last year period and has been successful 66.7% of the time. So I'll take my odds 2/3.
Wow.
Okay, I'll take another 55% on top of the current prices.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
That sounds like $10.
Oh, perfect. Anyone have anything else that we haven't covered that they wanted to hit on today, or what? No, all quiet out there.
What's on everybody's watch list for tomorrow?
Good point. I know I'm watching Ader. That's about it. That's pretty much it. That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna put some more money in that.
I still like Crowd. I don't know.
Yeah, Crowd.
Is it still over moving average 200? Ooh, it fell under, huh? Haven't paid attention to Crowd.
No, me either.
It kind of looks like a cup and a handle
Good
on
shelf.
the daily, but
4-hour chart, not so much here.
yeah.
Well, when things starts moving below moving average 200, it's starting to get rejected in these areas. So that's not a really positive sign. You got to invert a cup and handle here on the 1 hour. Now, I mean, who knows what the market is going to do. I did not expect Qs to run today out of nowhere. I mean, it was just like, whoa, where's this coming from? But maybe the market was just excited about the upcoming earnings season, and here it enters Netflix.
All right, to defend myself earlier because I was on here but I couldn't talk.
Oops.
I agree that Netflix. I mean, I like bullish plays. I like tech, but I mean, come on, it's Netflix. It's completely different than Apple. I definitely still think Apple pumps.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm totally with you. Just the general reaction though afterwards. I think maybe we're a little bit too bearish from one report, but it was just definitely we just swung the other way fast there. I thought
that was crazy.
Yeah.
I'm going to go against you guys. I know you guys are all calling for a bounce. I say Netflix sees $200 a share at some point.
Tomorrow?
No, not tomorrow. No. I think
that was a prediction.
I think we're gonna get relief bounces all the way down.
Netflix is definitely overvalued. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, last earnings, they just kept progressively getting lower and lower and lower last earnings too. So
they have to do something different if they want to stay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Competitive.
Well, they're projecting to lose 2 million subscribers next quarter. So
yeah.
I mean, this just could be one of those stocks where the gaps will never fill. I can't imagine Netflix ever being back above 500, but who knows? But this is opening up like literally down here. So now you got 2 major gaps in Netflix.
Your chart on the right looks a little broken.
What do you mean?
Just a little bit. Oh my god. Was that exactly at 3 o'clock?
That chart is like the one that like
or 4 o'clock.
Like the memes and stuff where it's like the kid like I'm going to the moon, and then like the next one is like his like shock face,
or the one that says pump it and then just or like he bought Soul.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's gonna be bounces tomorrow. I figure Netflix has to. I mean, this is a pretty steep drop. But I remember though, during this day though, the day after their last earnings, it actually dumped harder down to 380 before it did jump back up and close near the opening price. But still, I mean, you look at the day after, it went down to 350, like 350s. So between these 3 days from the earnings and 2 days after, it lost 150 points.
Wow.
That's incredible. We're only down 89 points. We got 70 points to go. So you might be right, Zeus. This thing comes down to 200 in the next 48 hours.
Hey, when I'm right, just shout me out on all your socials. That's all I ask.
That'd be amazing.
Looking at the energy sector, I really like CCG.
What's CCG?
See.
Oh, CCGM.
Not China, no.
Yeah. China.
CCJ. Sorry, CCJ.
Oh, CCJ.
Oh yeah. Hey, my buddy JJ in my French chat has been all over that company. I can't remember what they do.
Some massive calls bought for September and end of the year for $32 and $35.
They're materials, right?
I think they're uranium, aren't they?
Yeah, chemical. I believe they are. They are uranium and they're Canadian.
Hey.
The uranium names are going insane. And I don't know if you just saw. There's also a multi-billion-dollar bailout by the United States.
Yeah, Biden just did it today, I think, right?
And there's been a lot of noise for weeks in uranium stocks. I talked about it 2 weeks ago, and I sort of fell off of it, but I wish I kept those now.
Because it might be worth looking at tomorrow if they keep going. But
yeah, uranium's not it's not the most scarce stock from the Ukraine-Russia situation, but it's up there.
Wow. Hey, did you guys ever happen to BRCC?
No idea. Let me see
but I went there today and bought coffee.
I know Cam made a ton of money, and then I guess he sold the entire float.
Wow.
Down to $17.
My God, it's down 50% in 5 days.
Yeah.
I wonder if people were just safe net playing it, pumping it because the market was so bad, and then when they saw the pump happening, they just pulled the money out. I don't know.
Maybe.
It's pretty bad rainfall.
Yeah, you can see all 3 of Cam's sells.
Not as bad as Netflix, though. Come on.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to be a buyer around this area here. This is going to be a buy.
Around that 15.
Yeah.
That's a nice
15
photo.
bucks. I mean, go ahead and scalp that to 30 bucks. I mean, should it actually? But I wouldn't. Was there any bad news? Was there?
I think there's a gap down below that though. Go scroll over a little bit. There's a gap down to.
Oh shoot! Yeah. Okay. So now we're going to SPAC prices.
Yeah.
No.
D-SPAC.
Not a good sign.
No. Okay. This looks like a good short then.
Right down on the list. It's on the must trade list.
I didn't see that. But what about? Okay. All right. Last one. We'll talk about a couple more. And we'll end this with. What about Sava?
That thing was supposed to go to 0 like a year ago.
Oh, wait a second.
Oh, no, okay, it's got a gap to fill, but okay, so it's almost filled this gap here from 23 to 32. I mean, this thing just continues to tank, but they did recover some after the bad news this morning. Something about the scientific journals came out regarding Sava. So, wow.
Yeah, they rejected. They're questioning the scientific journals are questioning the posts and the studies published. So they're kind of wary to publish it. There was some news for BRCC, some redemption fair market value in connection with redemption of its outstanding warrants.
Oh,
because there was a SPAC, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So something to do with that, I'm guessing.
Doesn't sound good.
Well, did they have a pipe in their SPAC? Did they have a pipe?
I don't know. I don't know anything about this company, so I'm trying to.
I'll have to text the accountant wife to get her in here. And
Here,
tell her
I can link you. I don't know. I can post it in the group chat here as a Yahoo Finance one from today. But
all right. Okay, Rob.
Hey, I got one plug for an energy play, and I've talked about it in chat.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Yeah. So Tamarack Valley Energy, TNEYF. It's a Canadian oil and natural gas play. Man, this thing, it's going to go. So looking at my notes on my phone, their Q4 financials were like off the hook. 83% increase in production in 2021 from 20. Revenue up 257% year over year. Net income up 870%. They're buying up lots and lots of acreage. But one of the things that Canadian oil and natural gas companies don't do is they don't hedge their production with volatility. So like what a lot of like the American companies do was, they'll hedge the price to head off, the volatility of the commodity price. So what's that?
What's the ticker? Sorry.
TNEYF.
Oh, it's an OTC.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I don't think I could pull it up on the.
Let's see. There it is.
I Googled it.
Okay, got it. Here we go.
Yeah. So
I've
loaded the heck out of this thing. A friend of mine, his family owns 4% of this company, and this isn't like inside baseball, but he said that like his own personal feeling is that this thing goes to $30 a share over the next 12 months.
Wow.
Yeah, this is someone who has been a pro on Wall Street. He doesn't do it anymore. He's in a different industry now, but he's someone that I take his word very, very seriously when it comes to these types of things. And I'm heartbroken over how I messed up Matador over the last couple of years, getting in at like sub $3 and then selling it like 24, and now it's at 55 ish. So I'm not going to make that mistake again.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm heartbroken on Netflix. Rock's heartbroken on Snow. It's okay.
Yeah.
Low blow.
Yeah, this is just something like I'm parking money. Like I'm not like trading this. This is an investment. So if you are a little, if you have capital laying around that you can, park for a little while, highly suggest this company.
Got it.
Zeus, is that on Webull, or does Webull do that?
No,
right.
No, I've got it on my Schwab account.
So you have to go through an actual broker. Okay.
Yeah, I tried to get it on Webull, but yeah, I bought it on Schwab.
Cool. Rob, bio, what's going on in the bio world? Padufa.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that. Bio is starting to heat up along with small caps. Small caps are actually beating. IWM was kind of beating all the other markets today. So usually when that happens, there's a takeoff in small caps, which we all love small caps.
Yep.
And well, our group does for the last year, anyways. But it's beaten down along with XBI. We've had our third buyout of bio company this year, so everybody's starting to look at some of these beat down bios. One of them I totally missed this Checkmate Pharmaceuticals, CMPI, was bought out by Regeneron today.
Oh man, that's a good company.
Yeah, so that thing they bought it for $10. I tried to grab some at $5, but it rejected my offer. So it actually was at I think they were at 3, maybe 3 something, and then they got bought out by 10.50. So you're starting to see some of these bigger pharmaceuticals starting to buy out some of these smaller pharmaceuticals. So that kind of helps out the bio world. Nothing as far as still looking into some of the calendars for Padufa. Really nothing going on this week. Next week it kind of heats up at the end, going into May. I don't have anything really sticking out so far. But it's very light in May too. But I'm also looking for some of these phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3 data, because things can move on those as well.
Right. Of course.
I still got INCY at the end of April. The meeting is confirmed. It looks like April 29th.
INCY.
Yeah, that's the one. Remember, that's the one that was consolidating for like 30 years.
Yeah, that's right. Here it is. Consolidated for 30 years. That's right. It's up and down here.
Yep, they got one coming on April 29th. I also saw a large bit of XBI calls. If someone wants to play it safe and just take long-term ETF calls, XBI had massive calls for, I think it was May 20th or something, for $95. Just crazy number. I don't know. Let's see if I can find it.
You know what I am watching too in terms of these ETFs is obviously SOX XL, SOXL. When chip, this is good to watch. I mean, if you don't want to play AMD or you don't want to play expensive NVIDIA calls, whenever those chips starts running, buy this, or play the options on this. I mean, it's still kind of iffy here a little bit, right? I mean, it's hanging out at the POC here. Daily VWAP. But once an AMD and NVIDIA, or even MU, for example, poor MU, MU starts to go, you'll start seeing this go. Moving average 200 is right below here. So maybe if tech starts dumping more, watch for this to bounce from this area.
Yeah, I think ETFs in general are just really safer to play if you're new and you're learning.
Absolutely.
Yeah, another one I like to go back to is the energy. Can you look up Boyle? I bought some $50 puts about 2 months out, and they paid well today.
Oh,
is that natural gas? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and it took a hit. I mean, and
looks like a bear flag on the 5-minute.
That thing's topped off. It's not going up any higher anytime soon, I don't think, unless they do embargo this Russian oil.
Ooh, that reminds me, SOX XS did the same thing.
Look at home builders too. I thought that was interesting. I know rates are going up, but it really bounced today with that home sales news. Way better than we thought.
Land?
Yeah, well, not that. I think it's HXB, the ETF.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that thing's bottomed out big time. So that might go on a little short-term run for a month.
Whoa.
I don't know.
Look at what is that?
Damn, this is a good one. Boyle. So many things to play. Not enough money.
Yeah,
Look at that shooting star.
Yeah, right. Hey, did Rock, are you still watching? I think was it Bausch and Lomb that had those crazy.
Oh, BHC.
Yeah, what was that?
No, I forgot about
we
that.
talked about it for 5 minutes, and then I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, I know. I didn't watch it today, but look at that candlestick today. Bottomed out at 2093.
If there's any events coming up.
Look at that. New contact lenses.
Yeah, right.
What's the other name I was thinking about? There's another inverse oil ETF that is going. I think it's Cold with a K. That one looks good. I believe it's Cold. Nope, that's not it.
It's ultra short. Cold is ultra short. Natural gas.
Okay, so that would do well.
Oil.
It's related. It makes me feel a little bit better.
That makes sense. Opposite of boil. Cold.
Inverse. Wow, I didn't figure that one on my own bio.
This stock today. I mean, just bottomed and everybody started buying.
Oh, SCO is the one I was looking at. Take a peek at that one.
XCO?
SCO. Sierra Charlie.
Yeah. $5.
Look at the chart. It's wild.
Yeah.
It's going back up. Not yet, I don't think, but it's going back up.
Yeah, not even close.
No, it's not even close. I won't lie to anyone anymore. I'll try to hold back my own laughter. Oh, well.
You look at that shaft. You look at that shaft indicator at the bottom on the daily.
Yep. All right, Anthony, what's going on with you for tomorrow?
Tomorrow, obviously Tesla. Tesla's gonna be a big one tomorrow, but I think the sleeper that not a lot of people are gonna be looking for is Newegg. They got earnings tomorrow morning, and it's also on the Fintel short list as well. So if they have good earnings,
loves him some neg.
Well, this looks fun.
Yeah, I think that if it does get good earnings and some good news, that's going to take off into the 20s like it did last time.
For sure.
Sign me up.
That's bullish.
But you said it's in the morning?
Yeah, pre-market.
You guys think I'm bullish? Look at this guy.
Yeah, I remember playing puts on NEGG. This and space. I was shorting space for a while. Okay. All right.
Space got a new PT, $20.
For what?
From Jeffries. I don't know.
It was Chamath stepping down that got the price target moved up.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Lord. Look at his fall from grace. $63 to $6. Oh man. There are still I'm willing to bet there are still holders here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
There's got to be. I mean, I remember when they called Jeff Bezos or what's his name?
Yeah, when he went to outer space.
Richard Branson.
It was no, Sir
Richard Branson. Yeah.
Richard Branson. I remember the whole thing. The whole broadcast was pumping him and his childhood and everything leading up to this moment of the space launch and it went up and literally the next. I mean, I remember that weekend. Everybody was saying, man, this is $150 stock, $200 stock, blah, 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 blah. And then it dumped hard and they did an offering.
Yeah, it was sell the news.
Like all SPACs.
Oh, it's so bad.
The only company good post-SPAC has been Lucid. So
yeah.
I mean, even then, Lucid dumped when it was CCIV. It was like 65
dumped on
bucks.
me
true.
hard.
That was a pump. Yeah, that's
went from 60 to what 20, like 25 or something like
that.
Yeah,
like in a matter of seconds.
Yeah,
same thing's gonna happen with IPOF. Is that the one you guys are talking about? IPOF?
I believe that too.
Yeah,
for sure. But is it IPOF or is it iPod?
It's both, I'm playing both because they're both Chamath's box. But I mean, they're relatively safe right now because they're so close to NAV. So I mean, $10 is like your floor. So it's a relatively safe play, risk reward. You got a 5% chance of it hitting Starlink. If it does, I mean, you're gonna see a Netflix type of move that we had today. So
yeah,
but the other way.
And it's probably going over. I bet you it goes over 100. It's Elon Musk connected, and it has to do with space.
Yep.
All the retail idiots, apes. Sorry, Anthony.
Exactly. $1 trillion stock.
GameStop.
Are they?
Your retail.
Are they due for news tomorrow? IPOF is that what I heard?
Yeah. So the news is, I mean, just like any other meme, it's 420 tomorrow. So they're expecting.
Oh wow, it is already.
Elon to say something about Starlink and them merging.
Wow, that was a good point. I'm mad that I did not even put that together till now. 420 is already tomorrow. Wow.
Exactly. And Elon has his earnings tomorrow for Tesla too on 420. So
Okay, we got to watch IPOF then. I know you've been preaching to Anthony. I just haven't even tried.
Yeah,
It's just gonna run on the hype, I think. Even if there's no news. So
yeah, I just had my tinfoil hat on, and I was just going through the DD on it, and there's a tweet that Chamath said, look at my watch, and it was the Protect.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, and then there on that specific watch, there's actually a star on his on the link, so that's why we're like, it might be true.
Yeah, they're dropping some pretty serious hints. It's like it's not too far fetched if you go and read. I think I copy and pasted some into that article I did yesterday, and it's they're doing it on purpose. I think it's definitely coming.
Yeah. The only thing I'll say to that, man, is Elon doesn't typically like partnering.
He doesn't like SPACs.
Yeah.
He doesn't need
that's the only
why does he need to go through a SPAC?
He doesn't.
He was quoted in something recently saying he hinted basically about something to do with like giving back to retail, and he wouldn't specify past that in the quote. And it was around the same time Chamath was going on about his watch. And then I guess they spent some time in Italy on vacation together for I think it was Elon's birthday.
Yep.
So I don't know how much of that is true and how much isn't true, but it's interesting to say the least.
Well,
if
the news doesn't drop, that's looking pretty toppy right there. If you
look the risk rewards, right? I mean, it's you can't. I mean, you're going to lose 65 cents a share, or maybe it pumps to 20 if it's actually true. But I can't see it. But I'll do a spec. I'll play.
Yeah, I just did a far out call on it, so I did a 12.50 for like July 15th.
Yeah.
Anyone know what happened to DWAC today with that when Twitter dumped DWAC pump?
Yeah, a bunch of BS manipulation is what happened, because I don't know how.
What is that?
It doesn't make any sense of how that would naturally happen unless.
Well, pull up the Twitter chart next to it, Rock.
I can't. The translator doesn't allow you to, but I'll pull it up in this screen here. Twitter 1 day chart. Yeah.
When I pull up the 10,
I figured I got Twitter calls, but I figured, okay, well, for sure, I think Elon's going to do the tender offer. If he does a tender offer, isn't that good for the price of the share? I didn't understand the dumping today.
There was negative news in the background that seemed to not get really much mainstream. Like it seemed, I heard CNBC mention it in passing, but I guess that the major banks that he was looking to deal with are pretty much giving him the cold shoulder. Whatever that means exactly, but it doesn't sound like it's going to help him.
That means
he's trying to go through, what was it, Apollo, and then there was Morgan Stanley towards the end, I think.
Well, he's trying to get loans when he doesn't need to. He's just going to end up selling Tesla share.
Yep, and that's going to be bad for Tesla.
Well, he probably wants to loan his shares. He probably doesn't want to sell them, but I don't know if anyone's going to do that right now. He's done that before.
Yeah. All right, guys. We're coming up on 50 minutes on the show. I think that's enough talking for today. We got families to get back to, girlfriends, wives with a plural. No, I'm just kidding.
I gotta find tissues. I don't have tissues.
Well, before we go, I think we get some gap fills tomorrow on NVIDIA, AMD, QQQ. Gap fills.
Hell yeah.
I want a gap down on Netflix.
Well, Netflix is already dead, but yeah, everything.
Let's kill it more.
Man,
everything
my puts are zero. I mean, my calls are zero. Okay.
250 opening price, 235. That'd be great.
Hopefully, Netflix will. I mean, not Netflix. NVIDIA will help.
NVIDIA. Yep. All right. Yeah. So 343.10 Qs. Okay. All right, gentlemen. Thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate all you guys being on the show with us today. We'll see you guys. Next podcast is you want to do one on Thursday, you said?
Yeah, let's shoot for Thursday. Let's get a lot of earnings coming up. It's going to be a busy period for about the next 3 weeks. Let's kill it, guys.
All right, gentlemen. All right, guys. See you guys later. Have a good one.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right.